Heidi is live with registered dietitian and nutritionist Stephanie Espinoza. And Heidi, this reminds me of that movement, pharmacology, F-A-R-M, pharmacology.
Yes. Yep. That's exactly it. You know, we always talk about our diets and how important they are to just keeping us healthy, but especially in the middle of a pandemic, everyone's trying to find ways to really boost our immune system. And a new study shows that countries where more cabbage is consumed, they're having lower death rates because of the coronavirus, and they're just overall healthier. So we wanted to talk to Stephanie about the benefits of cabbage. And one of the first things I said was, you know, cabbage isn't very high on people's vegetable list. I mean, we're not great about vegetables to begin with. And then when we think of cabbage, we think, oh, I don't think I'm going to like that. So we're going to try to make it palatable. What are some tips to kind of sneaking it into our diet?
Well, it's really easy to take a little bit of cabbage and throw it in soup or stew, put it on tacos instead of lettuce. You can eat fermented foods like sauerkraut or coleslaw. Just find a way, you know, cooking cabbage, like roasting it as opposed to boiling it.
Okay.
Sauteing
You even
it.
froze it to put in a soup later on.
Well, you mentioned how heavy it is.
Yeah.
One head of cabbage gives you so much, and you're not going to eat a head of cabbage in one sitting. So I've resorted to freezing some of it and then just throwing it in things that as an extender, like soups and stews.
Okay, so cabbage fermented becomes sauerkraut, but fermented foods in general, we talk about how beneficial they are for our gut, and that's where our immune system really is. It's all in our gut. So what are some of the foods that we should be including?
I wanted to point out pickles, because pickles is something that we like, but typically pickles are made with vinegar, and that kills all the bacteria.
Yeah.
But a fermented pickle, you can get them in the refrigerator section at like Sprouts or Whole Foods.
So it says on there that that's fermented instead of...
It's fermented,
okay.
which is it's made with salt, not vinegar.
Not
and
vinegar.
so that helps to grow those good bacteria. So you not only get the vitamins, minerals, and the important phytochemicals that vegetables provide you, you also get the probiotic that helps with your gut health, which helps with your immune system.
Okay, and we also talked about cucumbers, you say are really good along that same line as well. What's good about a cucumber?
Cucumbers were highlighted in the study, and they too, just another vegetable, but they were something that they saw in that study, the
more people are
cabbage intake
eating.
and cucumber intake. And I just want to highlight portion size. We get caught up in, oh, that's too much food, but 1 cup of raw or a half a cup of cooked vegetables is a serving. We only need 5 servings a day of vegetables.
So when you think of a salad, we could put 5 of these in there and we've got it
covered.
covered.
You've got your vegetables for the day.
Okay,
yes.
cruciferous vegetables are good too.
Cruciferous vegetables are just packed with great nutrients that support the immune system. So I encourage you not to stay away from them. Find some recipes, talk to friends, go online and find some recipes that you can try that can encourage you and your family to eat more of them.
But we want to start slowly, because if we eat too much at once, then we don't feel good and we think, oh, Stephanie doesn't know what she's talking about.
That's such a good point, because there's fiber in it. And if you're not eating any, then you're probably not getting very much fiber. So if you go to 5 servings overnight, you're going to bloat, you're not going to feel good. You're going to say, I'm intolerant. You're not intolerant. You just need to build up to that amount of
and
fiber.
she has made her own sauerkraut. We're out of time, so maybe I'll put this on Facebook. We'll talk about how she made her own sauerkraut with some fresh cabbage. But again, it's all about our diet, Gina. We know this, we know this, we know this, and now in the middle of the pandemic, eat your cabbage, eat your greens, and good thing Scott Passmore is not here, because he would have a really hard time with it.
Okay, here's a Scott Passmore-esque kind of question. Can you eat coleslaw, or does that kind of, with all the dressing, does that cancel out the goodness?
I asked her the same thing, coleslaw. She said she's a big coleslaw fan, because I thought, with all that mayonnaise on it or whatever the dressing is. She said, we're overthinking it a little bit, so go ahead and eat the vegetables even with that dressing on there.
Awesome. Great information, ladies. Thank you.